Back to another video where we're doing a series on how to fix the flags in Domination for Modern Warfare 3. And here we have Scrapyard. As you guys can see on the screen, this map is basically a rectangle. Okay, very simple map. It's a rectangle. But the problem is what do we have and what do I call it? We have the triangle flags. It doesn't make sense to have triangle flags on a rectangle map. Okay, and let's talk about the issue with these maps. Okay. So the first thing is, as you guys can see, where C is on the map, it doesn't equal out to where A is. So let's look at A first. All right. So first thing is A is perfectly at the the edge of the map, right? You have this building behind it, right? So if you guys want to defend it, right? You can defend it from here. You can defend it from here. You can come over here and defend it. Again, we want to cut the map in half, and A perfectly sits on one side of the map, set up perfectly. And if you spawn behind the crane, you can easily run and protect it. You can throw grenades, do whatever you need to do, and then you have your specific lanes, right? You go straight up the middle, you can go to the left, you can go to the right. So A is in a good spot. The problem now comes into where B and C are. So the first thing is with C is easily, like, I can sit here all day and shoot people on C that spawn over there. I should not be able to see C from my flag. Shouldn't happen, right? So we need to figure out like what to do with that, and we will do that later. The problem with B is if you have A, you have the better advantage of spawning on it and taking B. Okay? Now hear me out. I want you guys to understand. I don't care if one side has an advantage or another, right? The problem becomes if the advantage is to the point where it's too overpowered, right? So in this case, B is just clearly way overpowered because everything leads you to easily defending this, right? Because if I'm here, right, and I have A and B, right? I can easily be here, right? And I can shoot people in the window, right? I can sit here and defend people's coming from there. I can shoot this way, right? I can also come right here and shoot people there. People go in the window, right? And then I can climb on this. I can climb and shoot this way. I hope you guys get the gist, right? You guys can climb. We can climb on everything, right? Now, the only thing that, the C side has is maybe this, but what can they really see? That right there. And do you really want to be here? You get your shot. Let's say you're having a battle, right? And you're having a fight. And you're like, oh, I got to shoot this guy. Boom, you're way open to that, right? Obviously you don't want to sit up here. You might think, well, it's a chokehold C. It just still doesn't, help because you have this open, like, if I'm at A, I can easily attack you without being shot from the middle or the left, right? I can easily, like, poke at you and bother you and keep you from trying to take it. Right? Or if we have map control, let's say we have a guy in here. Bro, you're not getting me off this. You know what I'm saying? And I can just poke around, pop, 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 pop. Right? So that's the problem with B. And then just on the C side, right? So like if you're on C, where do you normally spawn? You spawn back there. So there's, again, you're going to have to run all the way across the map just to go defend B. When on A side you spawn right behind the crane, right? So clear overpowered disadvantage at this point, So with that being said, we got to fix this, all right? So here's my first fix. Obviously, and before we go into that, this building can't defend C like the A side can, right? You can if you're over here. Like if you're right here, you can defend that. But again, you're exposing yourself to the middle there, to the guy there, people running down here, and you can be shot from all the way across the map if people have long range weapons. Maybe they come through here and shoot you. Maybe they're sitting right there. They can shoot you so many ways, and yeah, you could do a little bit of different things, but it still doesn't work. So here's what I would do. I would move C. I would take C, and I would put it right here. That's where I would put C. Okay, the reason why is because at least in this side, I know you guys are like, oh well, you have this thing to cover you. Well, the thing is you can easily take people out from these, you know, big buildings, and to get up there is a pain in the butt anyway. So a lot of people are not going to be able to do it. But again, if you're on this side of the map, you have such a strong head glitch that you could just, you know what I'm saying? So I would move C right here. Okay, it was kind of like this in Capture the Flag, and if I remember correctly, they didn't. I don't know if this was here, but it might be. So I would put C right here, and to make it even with A and with A. Now, B. Here's where we can have multiple things, right? We can have multiple things happen here with B. We could leave B there if we were to adjust C over there and make it a little bit more even to attack. But as you guys can see, B is, you know, more towards C. So here's what I would do with B. Me personally, I would stick it right here. Like right here. You have a plane that leads up to it. You have a plane that leads up to it, okay? You can be shot from that angle. You can be shot from that angle, okay? If people push in through the plane from C side, they can be shot from there. If you push through the plane from that side, you could be shot from there. Maybe move this truck, maybe get rid of this truck and then put it like right there. If you want to get more strategic, right? Because obviously the idea of the map, you know, like you want to use the map to the best of its ability. So you could theoretically put it here. I would definitely, yeah, you could put it right here and either here or out there. I don't want it on the edge of a map only because it takes away the lane part of it, right? Because then it just becomes, now I'm in a chokehold. So if I want to get to B, I have to either go here or I risk myself dying. Whereas like, at least if it's here, we can say, okay, we can have a more competitive thought to the map, right? And we could stick somebody here or push them up here and they can hold this lane right here and while we take B. Because if it's here, then you're kind of like, you know, it's not as like fun because then people are going to flank. But like if it's over here, more in the middle, I think it'd be a lot better. So I would say either like right here. Yeah, like right there, or I don't know. Yeah, either right here. You can't have it right there. Yeah, I think your best bet is to have it right here. This is where I would put B. Because you still get the lane. So if they spawn over in the crane, that's fine. If they spawn back there, that's fine. And basically, here's the thing though. Now B becomes a flank route, right? B becomes a flank route. If they got it locked down and let's say they had a weak defense on B, right? And I can get around. Let's say I run all the way around. I can now come in here and start to take advantage of people not paying attention if they're not defending it, right? Because obviously, you know, you have people that could sit here and defend it. But remember, again, domination is supposed to draw a line. And that's how I would do Scrapyard. You guys let me know in the comments below what y'all think. That's how I would fix Scrapyard domination. I know I said Scrapyard in the Afghan. Understand, check me. But, yeah, I would put B right here. I would put C behind the crate over there. That gives that building to defend that building to defend that. And it's an equal fair field on